It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
TGIF, thank God it is a Friday edition of the Geno Show. As my man Bruno Mars would say, pop, pop. What did he say? Pop, pop, it's the weekend, or whatever he says. Monday through Friday, that is my normal days and time. Monday through Friday, my normal days, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, about 7:30 right now, here on the East Coast. 6:30 Chicago, stand up, I see you, everybody. Central Time, Memphis, Tennessee, stand up. Stand up to fascism. Stand up to the dictator. I know it's kind of hard because you got a MAGA governor, once again, attacking black cities, black people, black mayors, black leadership, black money. I digress because it's Friday. And it's a funny, feel-good Friday. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. Live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, where tomorrow night and Sunday night, Chris Breezy, the Breezy Bowl Tour, takes over SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, which is part of LA. As a matter of fact, Inglewood is near LAX. LAX is the main airport, Los Angeles International. So 4:30 p.m. Tell everybody because my guest co-host, she already sent up the bat signal. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. I'm only about 86 new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. That means YouTube will monetize my channel and my media company and the Geno Jones Show. So spread the word. Screenshot some of this. Grab some of the, pull a clip. Make it go viral. You got my blessing. Put it up on all your platforms. You can copy and paste the link. Copy, paste it in an email or text message. You can messenger somebody, DM the link. It's all good. Tell them to come on over here now live. And they can, as a matter of fact, the show is interactive. That means if you're watching me live right now, you can join the conversation in my chat room. All right? Shout out to my mom, who's already in the chat room. She's got another TV. I think she had one in the living room. We had to make some cost-cutting measures, so now she's got one in her bedroom. So she's already checked in. I want to hear from you too. If it's your birthday, I want to shout you out. If you're celebrating whatever, birthday, anniversary, retirement, you got a new job, you left the old trifling ass job because your boss was driving you crazy. They was on some BS. Whatever, got a new man, got a new woman, got rid of that trifling man or woman you had that you should have took on Mario Caramo or whatever it is. So just join the conversation. If you got a question for me or my guest, just jump in that chat room. We would love to hear from you. Speaking of hearing from you, you're going to hear from my guest co-host in a second. As a matter of fact, you know what? I don't want to wait. Because Friday, you know how we do. We have a funny, fabulous, fantastic Friday kind of show. She is going to be one of the contestants. As a matter of fact, early this week, shout out to Delman Drayton, my man Dale, and to Trina. They are with the Miss Plus Size Charleston pageant. And, of course, my guest co-host, she has been telling all of us and letting everybody know that they can support her and all the contestants also. So she is my guest co-host, doing a stand-up job there. So now I got two main guest co-hosts. Shout out to Keila Carson, who's studying for her PhD. She'll be Dr. Carson. But this sister could be a doctor that you're going to see on camera, ladies and gentlemen. Media star, one of my radio sisters with the Charleston radio group, Star 99.7. And she has got an amazing superstar presence on social media, just as an inspirational speaker and dynamic personality and just like a nice warm blanket. And she does a hell of a job. We have a great time on Fridays. Ladies and gentlemen, rocking the orange today. Oh, whoa, Nelly, rocking the orange. Just in time for fall. So you had to recycle that for Halloween. That got them fall colors going. Shout out to Bruce Gage. He's along with Allie, my daughter. He's one of the stylists for the show. Mario Uomo, you can check him out on Instagram, Miglio D Mario Uomo. So I follow him on Instagram, Kate, and so he's got like new fall fashion for 25, and he's already got like the spring, because he's always like a year ahead of everybody else. So he's already got like the spring look for 26. But I see, so Brandon, I saw the Today Show, and they had a fashion show. So it looks like brown is going to be, like every season, there's like a color. I don't know how these designers do it. I don't know if they sit in a room or whatever, or maybe they do a Zoom or whatever. All right, what's going to be the theme? What's going to be our color for this fall or this spring? So apparently this fall's color is going to be brown.
Okay, I can get with it.
So, but I've seen, you got the frames, you got the brown frames, you got a little brown in your hair there. Of course, you got the brown skin going there, radiant, and that orange and brown looks good together. So,
all right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
So, what's going on, Kate? To the love, how we doing?
We're doing all right. We're still in the fight. We're still moving along, pressing along as best as we can. It's been a week. It's definitely been a time in the land, as the older folks would say.
It's been a time in the land. I love the way you put that. It has been a time in the land. All right, so you know what I want to do? It's Friday, so I got some great news. Not even an hour ago, maybe close to an hour ago, maybe 45 minutes ago. So shout out to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Boogie. Everybody knows Boogie. Lauren Hill Vaughn, her and Jonathan Vaughn. Out there in Portland, Oregon. So they work for one of the major ad agencies, like global. I mean, this is like a global ad agency called Wyden Kennedy. As a matter of fact, she did an ad. She was part of the team that did an ad last summer. So she did one for the Olympics, and it was a Nike runners ad, and they had. So they weren't like Olympic athletes. They were just like regular people who were just who love to run in different climates. So she did that, and that ran during the Olympics over in Paris last summer. Then there was a big Super Bowl. So Nike hadn't done a Super Bowl ad in, I think, something like 20 years, somewhere around there. And it was all like the women's superstar athletes. South Carolina's own, our girl Asia Wilson, who's about to win another WNBA MVP, most valuable player. Her team has won 16 straight games, so the playoffs are about to start for the WNBA. So shout out to Asia Wilson. But Asia Wilson was in the ad. Sha'Carri Richardson was in the ad. Caitlin Clark was in the ad. I'm leaving some. There were some other sisters from the WNBA that was in the ad. So she was a part of that team. As a matter of fact, I think one of those, either the Nike, it was like the ladies, and it ran in the Super Bowl. You may have seen it, and it ran outside the Super Bowl, but it had like all these. It was like a women's empowerment ad that Nike did. They ran the Super Bowl that was back in February, and so she just did a new ad called "Why Do It." And you've got a lot of superstar athletes from different disciplines. I can't remember everybody in there now. I've seen the ad. I can see it, but I'm trying to remember all the athletes. But I'm sure you've seen it. I saw it this morning. On Sports Center on ESPN.
This sounds familiar.
Oh, it ran. I know when it ran. It ran last Thursday. So last Thursday was like the opening game of the regular season. So it was the Cowboys and the Eagles game. And it ran in that it ran in that ad. So called "Why Do It?" And it was they had a guy doing a voiceover. He's like, why do this and blah blah, and you could lose and this, and then at the end he says, well, why not? So it's called "Why Do It?" So anyway, shout out to my daughter Boogie. So she just got a promotion to an associate producer now.
Oh, congratulations, Boogie.
So
that's what's
that
up.
is huge. She gets a well-deserved raise and everything else. So she went in, started off. Actually, she started off as a temp. They had her in the business office, but I always encouraged her because as I tell her, I say, you are a creative bird, and she is, a superstar. And I told them, I said, one day they're gonna realize that they have a superstar in this company, and they had this superstar all this time doing payroll and business stuff. And no, I mean not knocking that, but it was like y'all got
Right.
y'all got her in the wrong. That would like have Michael Jordan, being like the athletic trainer getting towels for the dude. So of course
Good for her.
you can tell I'm a proud dad.
As you should be. That's good stuff.
So
That's good stuff right there,
y'all know
man.
how I am about my girls, so I'm super proud
Yeah,
of her. And she was excited to tell her dad. Damaris
of
came
course.
in smiling with the phone, and she said, "This is Lauren. She got some really good news, great news to tell you." So I'm like, "Okay, let's hear it." So she
Oh,
was really happy, and she's very modest, but she's a bad mama jamma. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Boogie
That's all.
Papa Bear, she calls me Papa Bear.
Oh,
So Boogie Papa Bear, so proud of you. You know I love you so much. I love you to life and to eternity. So, all right, point of privilege. Happy birthday to Miss Jennifer Hudson. She
yeah.
44 today. And if you are a fan of her TV show, Jennifer Hudson Show, good news. She returns on Monday, K-Love, for season 4
All right. That's what's
of her
up.
new talk show. And shout out, so we went to the same high school, Dunbar Vocational High, now it's Dunbar Career Academy. It was Dunbar
hmm
Vocational High School back in the day.
hmm
And so we both went to Dunbar. Mr. T, the actor Mr. T, went to Dunbar. So it's a legendary, historically African American high school. Paul Lawrence, and you got a couple. There's a Paul Lawrence Dunbar in Baltimore, and
hmm
so, but yeah, nothing like the Mighty Man.
hmm
That's our mascot. Here we are once again, the undefeated Mighty Man. I'm having a throwback now. Going back to high school. So, shout out
Yeah,
to
you
Miss
went right
Jennifer
on
Hudson.
back. You went all the way back. You
Yep.
sure did. I saw
She said you went on. She said She said you got in the time machine, G. Your ass
you
went
did.
back, and
Yeah. Yeah. You left me on 26 West. I think you on 526. I don't know. You left me. You left me.
So shout out to Jennifer Kate Hudson. That's her full government name. So I can think her and Common they still doing their thing, booed up, and
Love to see it.
speaking of booed up, man, this man's music had a lot of folks booed up. He didn't make as many babies as Ronald Isley and Luther, but he was in the neighborhood.
I bet.
Um, the maestro of love, the man that
hmm
brought you the Love Unlimited Orchestra, the man that coined the phrase "show you right." Yeah, the man that was on the original Secret Garden that was
Yes,
killing it.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
Come on now, come on.
You're
One
right there. Yes, sir.
happy heavenly birthday to Mr. Barry White, born on this day
Yeah.
in 1944. Died on July 4th, 2003, from kidney failure. He was only 58. Full disclosure, so Kay, I met him in LA. No, actually, I met him first in 1988. So right out of college, I was 2 years, 86 to 88. I was the first African American male that the pop radio station, the CBS owned pop radio station, B96, I was the first black man they ever hired full time.
All right. All right.
So there was a sister named Carla Box who did middays. She was already
Mhm.
there. And then a guy, rest in power, rest in peace to Buddy Scott, legendary top 40 radio programmer, hired me. So I was the first black man they hired full time. Then a brother named Steve Gunn came behind me. I was on at night, 10 to 2 at night, B96
Mhm.
in Chicago. And then I went to Milwaukee for a year.
Mhm.
And that was 1988. I was at B96 for 2 years, and then went to Milwaukee, and I met Barry White there. He was so cool, and really a wise brother. We had a great conversation on air and off air. He was really all about the community and the culture, huge. And then I went and worked out in Los Angeles. I did a morning show. I was out there for a year working for Stevie Wonder's radio station, KJLH, and I ran into him. I met his family. He had one of his daughters named Nina, but he was just really a good dude. So happy heavenly birthday to the maestro. Yeah, show me right, Barry. Man, Barry was a bad man now.
He was a bad man with that. I loved his hair, hair.
Listen,
and his voice. That hair was something serious.
You know,
that was that looked like an ultra perm. It looked like an ultra perm.
Hey, listen,
but like
very few people could give Prince, because whoever Prince's hairstyle, even women used to say, "Damn, Prince hair look better than mine." But Barry's, I don't know who his style is, but Barry was one of the few people whose perm could give Prince.
Yes.
It could give Prince a run for
it. His hair was very lustrous, and I believe he used pink oil moisturizer because it was very lustrous.
No, he just come on. He had that,
and his beard and everything. Yeah,
he had that nice that mild ultra sheen Bantu. I guess back in the day.
He did Bantu. That's a throwback. That's such a throwback. But yeah,
I'm telling on myself.
How do you say that? His coif was quaffing. It was quaffing.
Oh, yeah,
it was
that mane was cold blooded. Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was.
It was always laid. Yes, it was. So, shout out to Barry White. So, all right, what's new in your world, Kay? Kind of let's get the update up front here in the beginning of the show. So we got the big pat. Shout out to Delman Drayton. So he told us the history of Miss Plus Size Charleston pageant, how he came up with the idea, him and somebody else. Was it 2011, I think? And I think 12. And then shout out to Trina, so she was on, and we're gonna get all the other contestants on. So give us an update.
Yes, it's getting real. It's getting real. Tomorrow officially makes 14 days. So we in that real countdown at this point. Me and 5 other ladies, so it's 6 of us total. Miss Plus Size pageant going down Saturday, September 27th, West Ashley High School Auditorium. There was a change in venue, but that's where we're going to be now. And man, we have really been working hard to give a great show. We've got 3 categories we're going to cover for you. We've got our creative wear, our talent, our formal wear, and then once we're in our formal wear, we'll do a question and answer. Each girl has to. And they got us drawing the questions, so they're gonna have it's like a lottery. You gotta go and draw for your question, and then they're gonna hit you with something, and you gotta answer it. You gotta answer right there. I'm just praying that the Heavenly Father will give me a question that doesn't invoke too much emotion in me, because my Lord.
Well, the emotion should be good, because that's authentic. They want you to be authentic.
Yes, they want you to be
pageant, but they want give me honesty, give me authenticity.
Yes.
Give me don't. I mean, I know it's a pageant, but don't give me no bullshit. Give me the real. I want the sister this going, like I said, this authentic and honest, that I can, because what comes from the heart touches the heart.
Absolutely, and I agree. But what I'm saying is, our answers, they definitely need to be authentic, but they don't need to be too emotional. We can talk a little bit, but we can't. Like personal opinion is really not supposed to be too much in display. That's why we got the other categories where we can let our personality and our individuality shine. But when they ask that question, we kind of have to give a general, intelligent, of course, answer. And I just know me, and there are certain things that I'm extra passionate about. So I'm just kind of like, ooh, please let it be for me, a safe question, I'll be fine. You know, sharing what's on my mind, speaking, that's not a problem for me. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about any of it. My thing is, oh, please be gentle because I don't want to, I just want to remember where I'm at. That's all. I want to remember what the
Well,
occasion is.
listen. I have faith in you, and I hope that you have as much faith in you as I have in you. So,
I
um,
appreciate that. I do. Starting off this process, I never thought I would do something like this. Christy 5 years ago would have never done something like this because she didn't think that highly of herself. Truth be told, um, we live in a world where body shaming is a real thing. If you're not the perfect size two, it's like something's got to be wrong with you. There are people that are larger due to medical reasons, and then there are people that are larger due to emotional reasons. So there's reasons why
yeah.
people are the size that they are. And I just hate the fact that, there was a time where ironically, when I was in school, I was a little bitty little thing. Like they had me drinking Sustacal and supplements, and I looked like a bubblehead because I was rail thin, but I had a big ass head, so it's like I felt like I didn't look right, and what's ironic is I got teased for being skinny.
Really?
I was yes. I
Wow.
got I was like it was like, ooh, skinny mini, ooh, anorexic, ooh, like I got teased for being skinny. But then when I
Really?
started filling out, then it was like, well, what did you eat? A Buick? Like, why are you so big? So it's you
So then,
know,
you know what? Right there, that's the lesson. One of the main lessons in life that people always gonna have something to say. So damn people,
absolutely.
just be, as I always say, Kate, be the best. Nobody can beat you being the best version of you. So whatever question
Absolutely.
they ask you, man, just trust yourself, trust the spirit. Just
Definitely.
what comes from the heart touches the heart. And you're
Absolutely.
nimble. You're
Yes.
nimble. You got a sense of humor. You're
Yeah.
well read. Come on, you got everything you need. Man, don't be.
And I
I'm
absolutely
gonna make
believe
sure
that.
that you
Please
ain't gonna be tripping because I'm gonna stay on your tail now.
don't misunderstand me. It's definitely not a thing where because I know me, and a different version of me comes alive when I step on the stage. It's like I'm like this here, and it's not that I
No, I've
changed.
seen you. I know. So I know. And that's that male Taurus. I've seen you. I've seen that because you got that switch. We had that switch.
Yeah,
When that
yeah.
switch,
It's
the light comes on and
yeah.
we
It's an
we're
it's
on.
an adrenaline rush for me.
Right?
It's an adrenaline
Yeah.
rush when
So
I
just
am.
trust that. Trust
Oh,
God
definitely,
gave you that. Trust that. Lean into that. Lean all the
absolutely.
way into it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do my thing now. Don't make no mistakes about that. Yeah.
Don't even don't e-
Christy, Caleb, however you want to call her or address her, she gonna be there. She gonna do her thing.
don't even think about it. Don't
Mm,
don't even put any kind of limitation on yourself. Don't go in there
mm,
fearless, fierce,
definitely.
fabulous.
That's
You know,
definitely the plan.
with the
It's
you can
it's been a
internalize
beautiful
it.
process.
Now this is the part you can internalize. You don't have to, you know, you, verbally, which I know you wouldn't verbally do. But we got that fu when we get into that fu mode. It's like I'm the shit. That
True story.
that's come on
True
now.
story. True story.
We
True
right.
story.
We don't
I
start off that way, but now
no, we don't
you can
start
hit
off
that
that way.
switch if you want to. You'll get it.
Correct. 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 Like I do. I try to, I'm definitely I am very confident. I am very confident, but I have my moments where it does tap just a little bit on arrogance because I'm like, man, I know what I'm doing. I know what I got. I know the gifts that are within me, and I'm going to enjoy this moment to the fullest of my ability, and that's going to be that. This has been a beautiful process for me because I'm really learning more about who I am and what is inside of me. And when I put on my formal dress for the first time, I didn't know how to feel because it was a full circle moment for me. Leading up to it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in a pageant. I'm in a pageant. But when I put that dress on, I was like, oh Lord, I'm in a pageant. Wait a minute. Oh, what was I thinking? You know what? Chris, it'll be all right. We can try this again another time. You know what, girl? You was tripping. You was tripping. You know what? This was a cute idea. But and something inside of me is like, oh no, ma'am. This is what you're not going to do. You are not going to do this.
Thank God.
It's time to put up or shut up.
Thank God.
And you won't put up because you come too far. You've been through too much to deny yourself this moment.
And you know who that was, Kay. You of all people know who that was.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna give you some grace, but I'm a little mad at you, but I'm gonna give you some grace because you know that was the enemy.
I know.
What is the enemy? My mother's watching me right now. She has taught me and said to me countless, hundreds of times. She taught me. What does the enemy come to do?
Steal, kill, and destroy.
Come on, say that.
Yeah.
Steal, kill, and destroy. Come on. Absolutely. You already knew that was the enemy. When you heard you should have been like, enemy, Satan, shut up. We're not even going to take your ass on hell. You knew.
I did. But it's like, I think the human essence of it is I still have my moments. I still have my moments where I'm like, ooh, girl, you sure about this? But the bigger part of me is like, absolutely. Are you crazy? So you just gonna sit on all of this and continue to hide. For a long time, I felt like I needed to be in the background. God didn't create me to be in the background. He didn't create me to be, to forever be supporting staff. That's not what he built me for.
And I had to learn the best version of you.
Yes. And that's what I'm doing.
Full stop.
Yes.
So we rebuke the enemy. We ain't good. Yes. I'm gonna give you some grace, but I'm telling you. But I know because it's funny. Full disclosure. So we check on each other. I called her today, and I called her. Was it Wednesday? Just to check, and I can tell. Like really, the first 5 seconds, I can tell if she's like in a real good space or not. I can just your inflection and tone. I can hear the energy. I can hear it and feel it. So
yeah, you can definitely feel it because I can't remember which day it was, but one day where I was really getting in my head all over again, and I heard my phone go off, and I looked down and saw you pop up, and I was like, he about to get you, girl. He about to get you. Pull it together. He about to read you for filth. Get it together. So I was trying to make myself sound cool, but you called me on it. You did. You was like, what's going on with you for real? No, how are you doing for real? And I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't even know how to respond because I was like, okay, Chris, you ain't win this round. You ain't win this round because no, and I appreciate you for that.
You didn't lose. I was the vessel. God was using me in that moment to speak to you. He basically all I was the vessel. He was talking to you through me. And I don't even remember what I said, but I know when that happens that it was because something will come to me literally like out of nowhere. It'll just I'm saying, okay. I don't even question it anymore. When I guess the phrase, because my mother said, when the Spirit puts something on your heart, I know the feeling. So I know when it's put, and I'll say it out loud. I'll say, the Spirit put this on my heart to say this.
Yes.
Because it's not me. I want people to know this is not, the Spirit put this. I'm the best in this moment. I am, for whatever reason, I don't know why God chose me, but the Spirit put this on my heart to speak to you and to say this. So this is not Geno talking. This is just God using Geno as a vessel to say what he wants to say to you.
Because you told me off. You told me off. And then after you were done telling me off, you was like, I don't even know why I'm saying this to you. This isn't me talking. And I knew that when you first started telling me off, because you was telling me about my black tail.
Really? I don't even remember that, Kate. Man,
I know you don't. I know you don't. And that's usually how it works. We often don't remember when we're moving in that vein. We don't remember what we say because we are completely hearing from him, and we're just spewing it out.
Yep.
And you got me together. You
Really?
got
I'm
me
glad.
together.
I'm
You
funny
did.
because I don't even remember this conversation. I don't know what I
You
said.
did. You did. You called me and you was like, you know what? You dropped on my heart, Kate. What's going on with you? And I was, oh no, everything's cool. And and you paused. And I remember in my head thinking, oh Lord, he quiet, hold up. And you was like, look, how are you for real? Talk to me. And I really couldn't say anything. And I was like, well, it's just that I was thinking about such and such. And I remember I was trying to like pander. I was trying to lie a little bit because I didn't want to tell you how I was really feeling. And you was just like, okay, you can go ahead and cut all that right now. So, because because and I think he was like, and what you not gonna do? And I was like, oh, and I was sitting, I was like,
That's yeah. What we're not
yeah,
gonna do? No, we're not gonna do that. Mm-mm.
yes, and you did. You got me all the way together. When I got off the phone with you, I sat there and I remember I was scratching my head like I'm doing now, and I was like, okay, girl, because I can't remember exactly what I shared in that moment, but I just remember I do remember, full disclosure, that I was about to lie to you because I didn't want to tell you what was really going on with me. And I was like, if I'm gonna just go around Robin Hood's barn, I'm gonna make up some stuff so that I ain't gotta really talk about what's really bothering me. And you was like, you know what we're not gonna do? We're not doing this.
Because
Let me explain this.
I already felt it, Kay. That's why I called. When I
Yeah,
call like that, once again, the
and you
spirit will
do.
put it on my heart. Like, I need to call him, just check and make see what's.
Yes, and you've done it more than once, sir. You've done it
Because that's the way.
more.
But that's the way it comes to me. It's like
Hmm.
I don't see it. It's not something I can put on a schedule on an itinerary. It's I know you understand what I'm saying, and I'm sure there's some people who are watching. They understand, and some people don't. But when the spirit when it's you can feel it, and it's like
Yeah.
a voice you
Yes, you
can
can.
hear it, and it just says,
Yes.
"Check on so and so."
Yes. 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 And I've had moments where, and I thank God that you did reach out when you did, because you got me all the way together. But I think about the times that I heard God tell me to reach out to someone, to check on someone, and I did not. And then when I do talk to them, I found out that the moment when God told me to move, I didn't. I was being disobedient, and they really they kind of in essence needed me in that moment. So I've always gotten in my head, I don't want to be weird. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to push the envelope. I'll play it safe. And that's for me, that ties into why I'm doing this pageant, because it's not about me. I'm not running because I work at Star 99.7. I'm not running because I go to Seacoast Church. I'm running because this was a very personal journey for me. Christy, this is all about Christy really stepping up and trying something new. And yeah, it is. It's a little nerve wracking now. I'm about to sit there and lie to you. Me being me and doing my thing on a day to day basis is fine. Me being me, standing on a stage, and people got clipboards and they marking down, okay, yeah, her eyes are look cross right about
No,
there.
I can.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what?
You know,
It's interesting you say. I can because we've talked about it, but I have not. I haven't heard you frame it in that way. But
yeah,
when you frame it in real time, I said okay, because I mean, you created the visual, and you
yeah,
even added because you had the prop. But
yeah. I got the
I
block.
can
I got it.
imagine what that's like because you still people are judging you. And
Absolutely.
if you lived a life to where you've had people judging you, you was too skinny, then you gained too much weight. So no matter you like, well, damn, y'all ain't. That's why I said people ain't. They never satisfied anyway. They weren't satisfied when you was too small, too skinny. Then you gain weight, then you too big. So it's
That
like,
part.
and so
That part.
you saying now I'm like voluntarily putting myself in a situation where people can judge me.
That part. And that's where my nerves come into play. That's where my emotions come into play. Are they going to reject me? Are they going to say I'm not good enough? If I don't win, was I not pretty enough? Was I not big enough? Was I not? So that's the mind tricks that I've been dealing with over the course of the past few months. Now, a lot of that I push behind me because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my beautifully flufferized self out there. I'm gonna do me to the fullest. And if I get crowned beautifully, if I do not get crowned beautifully blessed, I still will remain. And I have to remember that. Me even taking that step for me is that's a monumental win for me in itself because of me putting myself in that position. But that's why you saw me with my hands thrown up because you was preaching. That right there is what it's been for me. I've already felt like I've been judged throughout my life. And especially when I went through the things I went through, when I went through the homelessness, when I went through the financial instability, when I went through, thinking I'm in love and then find out he don't even like me. He only want to talk to me because of where I work. I mean, come on. And it's like I have all this love of me that I want to give, and I keep picking wrong. So right now I'm picking it all. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, head out. Let me not even do that right now. I'm not even dealing with that right now. But tying more into myself, and I'm about to willingly get on this stage and let these people say, yeah, I don't like her hair. I don't really like my hair right now, but this me. This my wisdom highlights. This is me. I ain't gonna look like this on the stage. So anybody watching this, if you like, I hope she ain't gonna run with her hair looking like that. I'm not. Don't worry about it. Don't be concerned, okay? But my thing is me being me. Me being me. I want to be accepted for who I am, but I had to learn how to accept
Okay,
myself.
thank you.
That's
Stop right there.
that's
That's
yes. I'm sipping
because
coffee on that.
let me just tell you, you have already been crowned. You have your crown. The fact
Yes,
that
sir.
you are in this pageant, you have already won. You've shared your story. You've already won. What a group of people who's outside of that pageant because they were placed in a position to be able to give their opinion. It's just their opinion. That's all it is.
True.
It don't. I mean, outside of that moment, after that pageant, it don't mean shit. And it's no shade because but you understand, you know,
I do.
what
I
somebody
do.
thinks about you is irrelevant. The most important thing is what you think of yourself.
Absolutely.
So you won.
Absolutely.
All you ladies have already won. I mean, whoever's crowned, that's great and that's wonderful. And I'm not taking away from that. I'm not dismissing that. But the most
Right.
important thing is the victory that as women and as people, because the pageant, that's just a moment. But what's going to happen
Absolutely.
after the moment?
Correct. Correct.
Because
Correct.
somebody can place a crown on your head and say, "Oh, you are the queen." But if you don't feel like a queen and believe you are a queen, that crown don't mean a damn thing. It's just a
Very
prop
true.
if you
Very
don't
true.
believe it.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. And that's the vein I'm sitting in now. Believe it or
Yeah.
not, I said all that to say that's where I'm
Yes.
sitting
Don't
now.
worry about folks
Yeah.
judging you. Listen, that's on them. It's like either y'all get it or y'all don't. But I'm
Correct.
already won. Victory is
Correct.
mine, and this is just
Yeah.
the beginning. You just getting started.
Yes.
You got to
Yes.
lean all the way into that full Taurus. You got to
Yeah.
lean all the way. I mean, you got to not just lean into it and stay there.
Yeah.
It's like keep that car and drive. We ain't putting it in neutral reverse. This engine, we
Yes.
gonna rev this engine. This beat gonna we just gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I mean, I've had my moments where, and I think that's kind of why I said it was a full circle moment when I put on that evening gown for the first time, because that's when it got really real to me. And that was about a month ago when I tried on my formal dress for the first time. Beautiful dress, and I've never had a dress on quite like that. I've had on evening wear before, but nothing like that. And that's when it got real for me because I knew what that dress signified. It signified my life changing as I form and knew it.
Come on now.
And I was like, okay, Chris, girl, you sure? And it was an inner battle. It was an inner battle. And that was the first time I tried it on. But about 2, 3 weeks later, when I put that dress on again, you couldn't tell me nothing. Hair wasn't cut or nothing. And I came out walking around. You couldn't tell
when this
me
show is
nothing.
over, I want you to put that dress on and stand in the mirror. It's like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm the baddest. I want you to go into full Trina mode. I'm the baddest bitch. Yeah, that's what I want you to do that and say it, and mean it, feel it. I'm the baddest bitch. I know. You know, this brother named Terrell Owens played in the NFL. He played for a lot of different teams, the 49ers and the Eagles and Cowboys. And it's this classic video one time. He was feeling himself when he was at the peak of his powers. He's like, I love me some me.
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to.
Yeah, come on. If you don't love you, ain't nobody else going to. You definitely can't expect anybody else to love you if you can't love yourself.
Correct.
So,
Correct. Yeah. So it's a good thing.
I'll segue, but I just want to say this because it was placed on my heart. Know that this pageant, you were chosen. I'm not talking about the organizers. I'm talking about you were chosen because you're being used as a vessel. And I'm sure the other contestants are too. But because I know your journey, you have been chosen as a vessel. So you're not even doing it for you, Kay. You're doing it for your baby, for your daughter. You're doing it for the women who are where you were 5 years ago.
Yes,
that
sir.
that will look at you and hear your story and hear you talk about it here and on the pageant, and you will be their vessel. They'll be like, you are giving people hope that you don't even know.
Wow.
Because they can look at you and be like, man, she came from this and had all this, and people, and he.
Yeah.
You are going to unlock. You are going to unlock somebody's life.
Wow.
You know, unlock. Unlock. You're going to enable them to unlock themselves. That whoever that person is inside that they've covered up and they've hid and they've allowed people to beat down and I call like streaming service, all these voices that told you that you can't do this and you ain't gonna be shit and this and that and you too skinny, you too big, all of that. Ain't nobody gonna want all of that noise and bullshit. When you shut that streaming service off and shut those voices off, but you will be the living embodiment that's going to empower some woman or women or even some men to be like, oh man, you know what? I'm where she was, and look where she is. So I can do. There's a blueprint or black print. It's just So I don't know if you've thought about it that way, but literally, just in real time, God had put that on my heart while you were speaking. That you're not doing this for you.
Wow.
I mean, it's bigger than you.
Yeah. Wow.
Because you've already won. Because he got the fact that you even to be just entering the pageant, you've already won. You said it yourself right here. That 5 years ago you would have never. So you have already won.
Never. No.
So
No.
you really are not. You are a vessel. God is you. You are the vessel. You don't even realize it. You doing this for some other folks that
Yes.
are where you were 5 years ago. Because you're not there. You're here.
Yeah. And
But
it's
there's some
it
women
is
and men, but some women that's not that's in those dark spaces,
right.
and they
Right.
and you gonna give them hope. And like I said, the blueprint, they're like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
So
I
if for
absolutely.
no other reason, uh, all jokes aside, that should give you an even greater sense of purpose
It does.
and energy and know and realizing
It
that,
does.
okay, this is this is bigger than me. It's like, okay, Father,
Yes.
once again, you keep using Geno
Yeah.
you keep using him as this vessel to go ahead
Yeah.
and give me these messages. But
Yeah.
yep, this is bigger. This is bigger than you. It's not for you.
Right. Right.
Even wearing that crown,
Right.
you'll be wearing the crown, but you won't be wearing the crown for you. You'll be wearing the
Right.
crown so other women can wear their crown.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
that's special. All jokes aside,
Yeah.
that's a really, and the fact that you have been chosen for that assignment.
Yes. Yes. Wow. And I didn't look at it that way. I mean, I've had one other person say that to me, and she kind of said it was a pastor, and she kind of said it to me the same way. She said, you think this is about you, and it's not. And at first, I was like, what's she mean?
Yeah,
But with what you just said, that just tied it all together. That it really did.
yeah,
It really did. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And
Yes, sir.
that's beautiful. I look at this show for me, and the fact that I've been able to do this for 5 years in about what 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, it'll be 5 years, and to be able
Wow.
to do this 5 days a week virtually, probably 48, 40, 46, 47, 48 weeks out of a year, and to do it initially and not make any money, and still growing, uh, not where I'm going to be, but staying true to
Hmm.
what I know this is and what it was all along. And I knew it was I didn't know we were going to be in this time. I did everything I could so we wouldn't be. I did my we wouldn't be living through this time, and I did everything I could on this platform to try to open people's eyes and, as my grandfather said, pull their coat and like, hey, this is y'all can f around and find out if you want to, but so folks had to
Right.
find out.
Right.
But it's a platform to where I can be the best version of myself. So for me, I was in a position. I had to do that for my own sanity because I wasn't able to display all the gifts and talents that I have and that I had developed all these years. I wasn't able. It was just I always use sports analogies because I was an athlete,
Right.
and I just think of use on Michael Jordan or LeBron James. It's
Hmm.
like, okay, you can't you can't use all your skills. You can't you know drive past people and dunk. You can't shoot. Just basically just throw the ball in bounds and just go stand in the corner
Hmm.
and let somebody else let them. And so that can really eat at you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I was like really frustrated for a long time because I didn't come in that way. But there was a period where it turned that way. So I had to figure something out. So I had to come up with an outlet. And I had a vision to do this 15 years ago. So, and I knew that I knew that this was even when I did the first shout out to Sean Dobie and to Leroy Harper, because basically I was doing, like, you could call it like a screen test. I was
Hmm.
like every week, every other week, I would just record an episode. And what Leroy Harper had a studio, Sean Dobie, uh, and every time I did it, it was like I literally lit up like the lights in this room. I came alive. I was like, and folks was like, "Man, dude, what's all this?" Because I was free. That there was that
Wow.
I didn't have any nobody. I didn't have anybody limiting. I didn't have people micromanaging. People
Right.
basically. I wasn't put in a box and
Wow.
allowed to be the version of who they thought I was, or who they wanted me to be, or how they
Right.
wanted to utilize me for their benefit to make them look good.
Right.
So when I got the
Right.
shackles, there was an old school song, RJ's Greatest Arrival, shackles off your feet. So when I got rid of them shackles,
Mm-hmm.
people like, man, do you have a teleprompter? How can you stand and talk for 30 minutes, 45, an hour? How can you remember
Right.
when you are in your zone and in your purpose?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
That part.
all right, hey,
That
listen, I
part.
want to shout. Let's shout out. I was watching the Today Show the other day, the third hour, and the Queen's tour. Patty, Shaka Khan, Stephanie Mills, and Gladys Knight.
Hmm.
So they were with Patty, Stephanie Mills, and let's see, Patty, Stephanie Mills, and who else? Gladys was not in the studio, but Shaka.
Okay.
So Patty LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Stephanie Mills, they were in the studio with Craig Melvin and uh, Chanel Jones. Shout out to Chanel's sister who lost her husband to cancer. She came back. You know,
Oh, okay. She's back.
Chanel, yeah, she's one of
Okay.
the. She came back. So last Friday she actually came in and they loved on her, but Monday is when she was officially back as co-host
Awesome.
at Third Hour today, and then I think must have been yesterday. They
Okay.
were talking about the Queen's tour. Like I said,
Hmm.
Patty Shaka and Stephanie Mills, and then Gladys they had her on via Zoom or live shot.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
and shout out to the ladies. They look good. Because there's been some controversy with Gladys. You probably heard or saw her
I
son, and
saw.
um, I was happy to see Gladys. I got to be honest, Kay. I was a little concerned. Now I don't know. Some of it could have been like the audio and the delay, but it
Hmm.
just seemed that Sister Gladys wouldn't like all the way
Gotcha. Got.
there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I've seen. I did hear about that story. I saw some different footage of her. Um, I too was really concerned when her son made the initial allegation. Um, that she's not being properly cared for, and it's like I saw his allegation first and then I saw footage of her, and as soon as I started watching the footage I was really concerned. I was like,
you picked that up.
oh
So
wow.
did you see footage of her singing?
Yes.
Okay, see, I didn't
Yes.
see that,
Yes.
but it was
Yes.
just she was like I said, she was in I don't know where she was, but they had a
Mhm.
live shot, and wherever she was doing a live shot, and like I said, I know a lot of times there's a delay, but I
Right.
could just you could
Right.
just tell when somebody's not like
Yeah. Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
there. So that was yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
felt
pretty.
I
It's
felt
disheartening to see.
but you could tell she still loves to sing and perform, and I get that. But yeah, it was kind of awkward. I could even see, because, and Patty and them were trying to kind of like help her out a little bit. You could feel it,
Uh-huh.
you know. So, but
Oh,
I mean, I love all of them. And
of
I
course.
just wish the best for Gladys. But it's funny that now I didn't see her sing, but you picked up the same thing that I picked up.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just picked it
Yeah.
up watching her, talk and trying to have a conversation, and they were trying to
Yeah.
talk to her back and forth, and
Yeah, and I also saw a post where I don't know if her publicist, made it like on her behalf, and they were saying that the allegations were untrue, that she wasn't being, mistreated or anything like that. But I remember reading it and not believing it. And then when I saw a video of her, it further made me not believe it. I was like, somebody's not being truthful here.
Yeah.
And I want to say her son is saying that her husband is the one that's
Yes.
pushing her to
Yeah.
continue to tour when clearly, she's starting to struggle with that. So, yeah,
Even if
prayers
she
out
loves doing it, though, it's just there comes a point.
there.
It's like,
Correct.
but
Well,
see,
that's how I felt about Frankie Beverly, truth be told, and his, last years when I started seeing footage of him.
okay.
I felt that I got like that same feeling all
Mm,
over again because we're talking about how he was at his prime,
yeah.
but his last years, he was having a rough time, and I hate the fact that I know that for some of them, for most of them, their love of what they do,
Yeah.
their love for their fans and the industry and all that kind of stuff keeps them going. But sometimes these physical bodies, we just not able.
Yeah.
You get to a point where
Yeah.
you have to, hang it up. But I can only imagine what that must feel like for somebody like, the late great Frankie Beverly, or for, living legend Gladys Knight to
And
realize,
if that was my mother, and I get it, because he's probably like,
correct,
dude, you want her out there so she can get some money.
right, right. He said that. That's
Yeah.
that's what her son said. And yeah, I can understand why he would say something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
especially given that she's not where she used to be. She is still amazing. The lady can still blow, absolutely.
Hmm.
But there is a little bit of a disconnect there. You can,
Yes.
and if you can't see it, do you have your hand over your eyes or what? How can you not see it?
And just in a little short time she was on camera, I could see it and hear it. And that's why I
Wow.
felt, I was like, man, I hate to.
Yeah,
And I
I
get
would
it.
have hated to
She
see
she
that.
wants to
Yeah.
sing. That's what she loves doing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so her husband, yeah, he going this is what she loves to do. So I'm gonna support her. But it's like her son is like, no, dude, because if you really loved her, you would be like, sweetheart,
Right. That
just
part.
you
That
know,
part. I agree.
we
Yes,
gonna
sir.
just let's we whatever we got to do, we got to downsize some stuff, but you don't need to be because she ain't out there. Even though she feels like she's out there for herself and her fans, but folks around her and that's what her son is saying. No, y'all
Yes.
got her out there for y'all selfish ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do. I hope that that gets rectified, even if it's just simply if scaling back, maybe.
Yeah,
But I don't know if scaling back is what it is. I think that she needs to be able to pull away from that altogether and just enjoy,
right. And it's not
her.
like they're out because I think Stephanie said the next or Patty said their next show is in October, but
Oh,
um, it's got to be awkward for them because I don't know what kind of contract they signed because it is
right,
the four queens, so
right.
you know they
How
want to
much longer
honor
is that
this
tour supposed to
contract.
go?
And it's like if one can't make it, then that'll mess up everybody's money.
Oh,
So I know
gotcha.
it gets tricky, but at some
Yeah,
point it's like, hey, look, you know, if if we got to do this one little tour, and I get it, but
right.
just
I get it
if
too,
that's gonna
but
be the difference between us, you know, being homeless, and I know because Stephanie still she got a new song out and she's still doing her
okay.
thing.
I
So
didn't even know that. I didn't
I,
even know she had a new song out. Yeah, so
and
I
then I'm
just
sure Gladys still wants to do it. So it's, you know, that's got to be tough.
yeah, yeah. That I
Cause
can't see how that would be.
how do they go to Gladys and be like, well, because then Gladys will be in her field, like, well, y'all don't think I can do it any? So that's got to be really a
Right.
really delicate, touchy.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine it honestly from like all views and vantage points like how that must be. Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
what you don't want to is you just don't want it to get so bad to where it's so obvious
Absolutely.
or something
Ab-
happens when she's on stage performing. You just
Yeah, we definitely don't want it to come to that.
Yeah,
So
you know,
I hope
I
that
don't
we
care how
can.
much money. No money's worth that. It's just we got to figure
Correct.
something else out. Glad we,
Correct. I
yeah,
hope they come to some type of resolution with that.
right,
But I don't know.
yeah,
I don't even know what would be the proper resolution in a
yeah. I
situation
don't
like.
either. Yeah, like I said, I don't know because they probably I don't know if they already got their money up front and yeah,
Right.
whoever the promoter was paid them up front and
Right.
so that's yeah, that's
That's tough. That's tough.
yeah. But I just
Yeah.
want to shout them out, you know. And
Yeah.
I'd love to see the show if I get a chance. Speaking of show,
Mm.
are you a big Breezy fan? The
A big one, no, but that brother's impressive, man. What he's been doing, and I've been seeing like the footage from his videos. That like, I said the footage from his videos, footage from his Breezy Bowl, man.
well, you know, he was in Phoenix last night. He'll
Really?
be in LA tomorrow and Sunday playing at SoFi Stadium. That's where they have two NFL teams, two professional teams. They
Okay.
got the Rams and the Chargers. They play in
Okay.
SoFi.
Okay.
That's where Beyonce was in SoFi Stadium.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
like
he doing his thing, man.
70,000. You know, it seats 70,000 people. So
And didn't I see he's been selling out?
both
Like he's been
nights,
selling. Man, I'm mad
two
at it.
nights,
Do your
Saturday
thing.
and Sunday. This Saturday and Sunday.
That is awesome. And for what I have seen, it's like a phenomenal show. Like for real. Like he's really been doing his doggone thing, dancing and singing and just
And
man, yeah.
he's got folks paying $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 for the little VIP hookup to take a picture with him. I
He's
saw
still
one
doing
story. So
that.
there was this dude that paid $2,000 for him to stand behind Chris Brown with the little prison pose, and Chris was standing like up there, was like, like I don't know who this Negro is.
Right.
Chris had that energy, and my man, when he was all he like, and then
Oh my gosh.
it was a sister. I think she paid either $1,200 or $1,500 for the VIP hookup to have a picture taken with Chris Brown, literally pulling off her panties.
I saw that one.
You saw
I
that?
saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Hey, it's y'all
That's
money.
different.
Chris, I ain't
Right.
knocking the hustle, bro. Get your loot. Get it
Yeah,
while
I
you can.
can't
You ain't
I
always gonna be able
can't
to
be
get
mad
it like
at it.
this, so get it now.
Right. Right. Get it while the getting is good. I
Get it
can't
now,
even
save and invest wisely. That's all I'm gonna say.
yes. I can't be mad at it. But yeah, he is doing his thing. I like it's I think I saw a video where he was like suspended above the audience and just
Oh,
kind of
really? Oh, I
flying
missed that. I
around.
didn't see that. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's like I can't even lie. It's like phenomenal to look at. I can't lie. It is. It is. It is.
And
I
I do want to
can't-
shout him out before we wrap up and close. I saw where he did one of his shows. I'm sure he's done it in multiple shows, but he gave big props to everybody: Beyonce, Janet,
Yep.
and Michael Jackson. And
Yeah.
you know, once again, he's made it clear. And it's complicated. Is the brother because he's complicated, and I love Usher.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest. If you give me some true serum sodium pentothal, Chris is the closest thing that I've seen to Michael Jackson. But even Chris said, no,
Yeah.
he said, Michael Jackson is the GOAT.
Yes.
He's like, don't compare
Yeah.
me to Michael Jackson. He said, there would be no
Yes.
Chris Brown if it wasn't for Michael Jackson. So
Yes.
I know, he's like, look, I appreciate you. I know y'all love me, but don't,
Yeah.
don't
I
get this
appreciate
thing
him for that,
twisted.
though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I appreciate him
That's
for
the
that.
dude right there.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, he said he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if y'all call me the GOAT, he the GOAT.
Correct. Correct.
So I
But
love that. I love that, paying homage
yes,
to
I agree.
to who is due and where it's due. So
Yes, absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
I've always, no matter what, anytime anybody's had a conversation with him and comparing him to Michael Jackson, he's like, nope, Michael Jackson is the man.
Yeah.
He's the greatest.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no Chris Brown without Michael. I am
Without
not.
Michael.
You can't even compare me.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near as good. So,
Yeah.
that part I have to give him 1,000% and
Correct.
acknowledge that for doing that because it's important. You know,
I agree.
because a
Yeah.
lot of the young people, the stars now, they don't always pay that kind of respect
No.
to the people that paved the way. But he is, and he's been consistent with
Yeah.
himself. Just from that point, just on that point alone, I give him big props. And like I
Oh,
said,
absolutely.
on stage, he's the closest thing to Michael Jackson. He's
Yeah. No, that I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I know I saw a post where, and the thing I don't like about AI is that they're making like, of course, obviously a lot of fake posts.
yeah.
But there was a post where they tried to allege that Usher, made like some disparaging remarks about
Yeah,
Breezy,
now.
and even and I always my new thing is I'll see posts. I go to the comments. I ain't even gonna lie to you because that's where the real juice is at. It's in the doggone comments. And a lot of people immediately was like, I shouldn't say this. AI, y'all don't fall for it. But it was the post was so inflammatory, and I hate that because it's causing issues, like or trying to cause issues, should I say. And I remember, I know that I saw the post where he did. Um, shouted out Beyonce. He shouted out, and he did, give respect to, to MJ. But I could have sworn I saw one where he also said something about Usher and just saying how he's an amazing performer as
Yes.
well.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, I was about to say, yeah,
you know,
they respect each other. They ain't no.
yeah,
I'm
but
glad you pointed
that's
that
what I'm
out.
saying. Yeah, that doggone AI just I don't like that
Well,
because
folks outside the culture and the community, they always gonna pit us against each other. They want us to
I
fight.
hate that.
That's how they win. They win when
I
we
know.
fight.
I hate
They
that.
win
I still
when
hate
we are
that.
divided, and it's
I
profit.
know.
Like I
It
said,
is.
hatred, and I'm gonna go. I talked about it a little bit. Everything that went down, this whole story about Charlie Kirk, and I'm just going. On this show, I tell the truth, shame the devil. That's
Mhm.
that's that's the rule here, according to my grandmother Jean Jones, who taught me this.
Mhm.
She said, Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil. She said, if you're gonna tell it all,
Right.
or don't say nothing. She
Right.
said, if you're gonna tell it,
Right.
tell it all. And when you're a little kid, you were tattletaling, and
Yeah.
I can hear my grandmother now. Now, if you're gonna tell it all.
Right.
don't
That's how it's supposed to be.
right. Don't cherry pick this. If you're gonna
Right.
tell it all.
Tell it all.
Right.
Correct.
Or stop talking. Don't say nothing. If you ain't gonna
Well,
tell it
don't say
all,
anything.
then
Correct.
just shut up. Just stop talking.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
um,
Correct.
but I say that, and I talked about it. Division, bigotry, racism, hate, fear, misogyny, sexism, hatred, fear, ignorance, bigotry has always been big business.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
That's why I tell people always think who stands to benefit. Follow the money.
Right.
Who stands to benefit when we as black people are divided, black Americans, the entire African diaspora, who stands to benefit when black Americans and Latino brothers and sisters and even these races, red MAGA hat wearing, because they don't get it. It's like y'all, this race con, this shit was made up for y'all to hate us. So the people that hate you, that look like you, who will never see you as equal to them, can
Mm-hmm.
make you, think we the enemy, while they can be digging in your pockets and take your money.
Mm.
So
Mm.
they benefit from collectively, we as Americans being divided. Larry Ellison, the guy that started Oracle, his son just bought Paramount and CBS and MTV and BET
Mm.
and all that. Now Larry, his son is David, bought Paramount. Now the daddy's talking about, well, we're gonna just buy everything Warner Brothers CNN, HBO, all of that, and everything. Warner Brothers Studios.
Mm.
So you got literally, Kay, you got a handful of people that stand on all Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Threads,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
racist ass Elon Musk, X. So you got a handful of people, Rupert Murdoch, Fox News, fake
Mm-hmm.
Fox News, Wall Street Journal, Sinclair Broadcasting bought all these local stations, with the MAGA, the MAGA ideology. So you got a small handful of people that will control all the media outlets. Print, you've had these right wing dudes by, Bezos got the Washington Times. You got this other Asian MAGA dude that bought the LA Times that wouldn't let them endorse Kamala Harris. So that's why it's so important that we have black-owned media. They don't even want us to tell. They don't even want our story to be told. Oh, slavery wasn't that so bad. The slaves, they were taught skills. No, we had skills. Our ancestors were brought here because y'all lazy ass didn't know how to grow crops and couldn't grow shit and would have starved to death that first Thanksgiving if it wasn't for the damn Native Americans. So don't tell me about we're the sons and daughters of Christian pilgrims from Europe. And y'all ass came over here and didn't know how to sustain yourself and damn near froze and didn't know how to grow shit. So don't if you're gonna tell it all.
Right.
Oh, don't say anything. But once again, America, united we stand, divided we fall. I'm paraphrasing Dr. King. I had a phrase. He said, "We will learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or we will, perish divided. Will perish as fools divided." Something to that. That's not the exact quote, but that's
Right.
the gist
Something
of
to
it.
that effect. Oh, yep.
So,
Yep.
so when
Yeah.
folks is, talk black women don't have the intelligence, and if I see a black pilot, the first thing I think about is he qualified? You
Yeah.
you peddle all that ignorant shit and you say it to young people. Who stands to benefit? Well, I'll talk about this Monday. This dude Charlie Kirk was 31, $92 million a year.
Goodness.
But just do your own Google search, Chat GPT, and just do Charlie Kirk racist statements about blacks, about the LGBTQ community, queer people, women.
Yeah.
Just the video's there. You don't have
Well,
to.
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't even know who he was until that happened. So I had to. I googled him. I was like, well, who are they talking about? And so because I didn't know who he was, and Turning Point. I didn't know what any of that was, and I'll be honest with you. When I started reading it, I was like, okay, and this is why I wouldn't want to know who you are, because this is wow. And so reading, the because I've seen it several times online, the screenshots of the things that he said, and I'm like, wow. And then I see all the posts of everyone saying what an upstanding Christian he was, what an amazing man he was, and I'm Facebook friends with some of these people, and I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of like, Christian man who basically hated his brother. And when I last checked, one of the Christian principles was that you love your brother. You don't judge them. You love them because God first loved you. So I'm confused because I'm seeing all these things that this man has said. I don't like to speak ill of the dead, so I'll refrain from saying inflammatory things. But what I will say as a human and as an empath is that even though he said that empathy is an illness,
Yeah.
and I'm paraphrasing.
Come on,
He didn't say. I'm
say it.
paraphrasing,
Don't worry.
but
Oh, Monday,
empathy is something we came up with that, people that are, empathetic to someone else, there's something wrong with us. But then everyone, right now, we're supposed to be empathetic and sympathetic to what has now happened. Do not misunderstand me. I will not sit here and celebrate that this man lost his life, because I'm not it's not
no,
okay, but it's
that's
not
not.
okay.
Yeah, that no,
It's not okay when it happens to
that's
us
not
either.
that's not us. Not at all. Like I said, I
No,
don't.
no, sir, I've seen some
You got a
posts now.
right to be racist. You can be racist, and that's your. You
Yes.
got to live with that. But you
Yes.
have the right. That's on you. I won't f with you, but I will not wish any harm. I wouldn't harm you,
That
and I wouldn't stand by and condone anybody. If whatever
that
you're gonna do, because two wrongs don't make a right.
correct. And I think where I'm lost at is I've seen people say he was killed for expressing his beliefs. And all I keep hearing in my head is eye for an eye. That's all I keep
And
hearing.
we don't know
So
why he was killed because
I
the white
don't
kid that they
know.
found, hadn't said why he killed him.
And I don't know. And it's I don't have a heaven or hell to put the man in. That's not my job. That's not my duty. All I know is that as a human, I'm disgusted at the whole thing. I'm disgusted at the things that he said, and I am also disgusted at the way that he lost his life, because that was uncalled for. That there was no reason to do that. But what I don't understand is why they're and I say they, but it's almost like for those of us that are not overly sympathetic or overly empathetic, we were already told something wrong with us for being empathetic, but now that we're not being that or we're not moved by it, now something's wrong.
Which
I again,
which goes
I
back to
don't condone it.
what we were talking about early, Kay. When you were just talking about how when you talk about when you were young and you were real thin. The point, people are never satisfied,
True.
no matter what. That's the whole
True.
point. You
True.
just proved that point.
True.
You want people who this person denigrated, talked about, spoke
Correct.
about in vile, racist
Correct.
ways consistently and made millions off of it.
Correct.
And said it to children and said, like you said, empathy is like an illness. Like Elon Musk basically said that he said empathy is a problem for this society. It makes us weak. Empathy?
Excuse me.
But you a
Yeah,
Christian, but empathy is an illness. But when something happened to you, then your followers want you to show empathy to you that you never showed to people who you thought you were better than just because you didn't have melanin.
correct.
Oh, Monday's gonna be a good one because those people were being used. They don't know it. Oh, I don't know how long it's gonna take for all this story to unveil, because it's more than meets the eye. I will just leave it
I
at
know
that.
it.
It's
I know it.
way more. It is way more. You've got some
I
puppet
know.
masters because they got a whole different agenda. And
I
once
know.
again, hatred, bigotry, fear, chaos,
Yes.
chaos agents.
Yes.
Who benefits from that financially? Because there's a small handful of people and companies that stand to benefit from chaos, confusion, fear, racism, misogyny, sexism, violence. They stand to make even more money.
Right.
While the rest of
Right.
us, I pray if you like coffee, good luck, because said coffee went up 21%. A giant box of Cheerios is $10.
Excuse me.
I went and I caught it. So the supermarket here at Publix, they had buy one get one free.
Uh-huh.
So I said okay, because I like Cheerios. And
Uh-huh.
then when I looked, it said save $9.29. $9.29.
Right.
The giant box of cereal is almost $10. The party, if you had a Super Bowl party in February, and you got that party-sized bag of potato chips, they were about $5, maybe $5.50, 60 cents, something like that. That same bag of potato chips, that big party size, $7.29. That's since February.
Whew. I don't. Wow. I have nothing.
So
I
that's what I said.
wow.
Who follow the money? There's a small handful of people that want us. They want it all. They want the conflict, the chaos, the hot civil war. We've always been in a cold civil war. So, but who stands to benefit? Gonna send a National Guard to Memphis? What is it? What is, just, I tell people, just go read Project 2025. Because this small handful of people with all the money and power, they're trying to amass more. They told you what they wanted to do. They were so bold with it. They published it, put it online. 3 years, been out 3-4 years.
Right.
So just,
right.
But that's why in closing, we are all we got. But we are all we need, and we got everything we need.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Chicago, because your boy Orange Hitler he was loud and proud. We're coming, and his what does he call him? Border czar, this old racist, straight out of Central Casting. Tom Homan looks like he would have been the Grand Wizard of the Klan in Alabama in the 40s or 50s. He's the border immigration czar. We're gonna send ICE and send them to Chicago and the National Guard. Well, we may not send it now. All of a sudden, we may not. No, we're gonna go to Chicago. We go to Memphis because Memphis was an easy target because they got a MAGA governor. D.C. was an easy target because the way the Constitution is written, because D.C. is not a state; it's a district, and the nation's capital is there. So it is the way it's written in the Constitution that the president, he controls the National Guard for the District of Columbia, because you got the White House, the Capitol there, Supreme Court. But in individual states, the governor controls the National Guard in that state.
Gotcha.
Which is why he got that stunt. He tried L.A. They were there for a minute. Gavin Newsom got their ass up out of there. J.B. Pritzker, who's the governor of Illinois, was like, no, it ain't going to just go down the way you think it is. And shout out to the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and the people of Chicago. Man, they had hundreds of thousands of people from all backgrounds that was out marching all in the downtown Gold Coast area. It's like, nope. Mm-hmm. What you're not going to do. You can come here with this bullshit if you want to, but,
Wow.
Mayor Johnson wrote an executive order basically telling Chicago police, if they on that snatching people up, that ICE bullshit with mass snatching people up, you are not to help them. That's on them. Your job, regular policing, but you are not working with ICE. So he got that pushback. See, once again, bullies are cowards. And bullies, they get over and they get by when they get you to be a coward. They try to intimidate you and loud, and if they figure that they can bully you physically because they got more physically stronger than you or more money or more power. But when you punch a bully in the nose, get them up off you, say, hey man, look, I don't start no stuff and won't be none. Right. What you're not gonna do, no, I'm gonna get you up off of me. Now I'm not bothering you. I'm minding my business. So you need to go somewhere. Morris Day said
Right.
you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. But what you're not gonna do, and if you come up in my space, I'm gonna get you up off of me.
Right.
We don't start a fight, but we will finish it. So,
That part.
so leave
That
me,
part.
go on over there with that foolishness. Leave me alone, and we good. Take that BS somewhere else. So, all
Right
right, K
on.
Love, let everybody know we can still support you. They can purchase tickets. So let everybody
Yes.
and give us the
Yes.
date once again, the venue, and where people
Yes.
can purchase tickets online. And now, what if they don't? Maybe they don't have the internet. Maybe they can't afford it with everything else going up. Can they buy
Right.
physical tickets, and where can they
Yeah.
do that?
Yes. So the big and beautiful show, we're calling that misnomer, if you will. But the 2025 Miss Plus Size Charleston pageant will be going down Saturday, September 27th, West Ashley High School Auditorium at 4 p.m. Tickets can be purchased. We do have actual tickets available. If you are familiar with any of the other contestants that are running, we do have tickets on hand that will be selling for about the next week or so. But tickets are also available online. Eventbrite. There is a minimal fee attached to Eventbrite though, but you can get those there. We do have general admission, $25, VIP, $60. That includes a pre-reception entry. You get to meet the former court of the Miss Plus Size pageant from last year. So she'll be there with her court as well as a few of the other former queens. They'll have light bites and all that kind of stuff. You get a swag bag, complimentary souvenir booklet that will have me in there, as well as all the other contestants and our bios and all our
I love it.
information. Yes, and then you also get priority seating. So when you leave the pre-reception that'll start at 2 p.m., then you're escorted over to the auditorium and you get priority seating for the actual pageant. So you get to get up close and personal with us, y'all. That's what you get for $60. But again, general admission is $25. We also let's see, yeah, that's everything with that. I can be reached on Facebook. I am Miss no on Facebook. I am Christy with a K. So Kristie Love Baxter. Christy K Love Baxter on Facebook. On IG, I am Miss Christy with a K. Miss Christy Love 511. And we would love to have y'all come on and support us. Me and these ladies have worked really hard to put on a good show for y'all. We would love to see y'all. Saturday, September 27th. It's going down in a big way, a big and beautiful way. Big back to this. Let's go.
Girl, go on
Let's
and
go.
sell them tickets. So Dale and Trina said, is it this Sunday or next Sunday? You guys are gonna be selling tickets at a church?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me about that. Sunday, September 21st, we will be worshiping at First Baptist Church. That was initially where we were going to do the pageant, but we actually needed some more room. So Sunday, September 21st, First Baptist Church on James Island. All of the contestants are planning to be there. We will have tickets on hand. And I believe that's going to be the last day we physically have tickets on us, but we will have them. $25 a pop. Come on, help some sisters out, and come on and see this fabulous show. Yes, sir. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Go on, girl. Sell them tickets, K Love. All right, listen. Have a great weekend.
You too.
And you told everybody where they can follow you on Facebook, Instagram. Aren't you on TikTok too?
I am on TikTok. I believe my name on there is Christy Love
She said
37.
she.
I don't know where 37 came from, but I'm on there. If I think if you put K Love in the search bar, I've posted like several videos. I do. I try to motivate, encourage, inspire, and sometimes I do try to make you giggle. I do because it's rough out here, so I'm trying to lighten the load a little bit in my own way.
All right,
Yes, sir.
great show, K Love. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you,
Thank
sister.
you.
So have a
Appreciate
great
you. Yeah,
weekend.
you
Um,
too.
as a matter of fact, you will next couple of weeks you'll be getting ready for the pageant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we are going to have shout out to all the other contestants because you will
Yes.
see each contestant in the pageant. As a matter of fact, we're working on getting some contestant on next Friday. I got to
Yes.
reach out to Dale and Trina. You talk
Yes.
to them before I do. Tell them to call me this weekend. But yes,
Yes, we can get
I'm
that set
excited
up.
to
Yes,
have all the ladies on, and either that
yes,
Thursday or Friday. I already told Delman, Dell, and Trina. I want to get all of you all right
yeah,
there. Everybody, 6
yeah,
live shots right there with me, all 6 contestants.
yes,
Just that last minute push. I think that would be
yes,
that would be great. That would
yes,
be an epic. Every episode is epic,
yes.
but that would be yeah.
Yes, and shout out to my pageant sisters, Shauna, Asia, Wendy, La Asia, and Moretta. We also call her Mo. So shout out to those 5 other phenomenal ladies that are we coming together to do this for y'all. So thank y'all so much, my MPSC sisters 2025. Yes, let's go.
I love it. All right, have a great weekend, Kate. Thank you. Great
You
job.
too. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 on the West Coast, so 7:30 Eastern Time. Tell everybody to subscribe to the channel. Everybody watching me now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this and every episode. Please give me like this episode. Like all my episodes, please leave your comments in the comment section. Please, your financial support is greatly needed and appreciated. No amount is too small or too large. You can financially support the show either using Zelle or Cash App. You can Zelle me. Use my email address, Geno. That's how you spell Geno. Geno Jones Show. Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Got that? Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Cash App, $Dad G Jones. $, capital D, lowercase a, lowercase d, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you missed any of this episode, go back and watch all of it. Go back and binge watch all my episodes once again. Share this episode. You can share it. You can tag everybody on your pages. You can copy and paste the link in an email or text message or whatever messenger, Facebook or Instagram, whatever you got. Please share. And once again, tell everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm like 86 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. That means YouTube will monetize my show and this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, every month. Get that YouTube bag. So thank you for your support in advance. I love you. We'll see you Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.